Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, folks. This is ZU Dracul, and welcome back. Today we're going to be covering another Pokemon, and that is Flareon. And today I have a guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Duxel. I'm from Germany, and today I'm joining my friend on this amazing Pokemon that we both worked on.
Yes. And I stole a set. What? So our first set that we're going to look at is going to be Flareon, and obviously, we already covered that. Yay! Quality commentary here. With Flash Fire, and with the item, we're going to go Life Orb, which is going to boost its attack. And with its EVs, we're going to look at HP and special defense on this one. This is going to be a Curse set. We're going to give it Curse, Wish, Flare Blitz, and Flame Charge. Flame Charge will just eventually, over time, if you use it enough, you might be able to outspeed some of the slightly higher Pokemon that might not have a speed investment, because it has really bad speed, which is, I mean, base 65. It's not going to get you very far, but you might be able to outspeed something that's a little faster than you. Not a whole lot faster, but it might help in the long run. And then Wish to recover yourself, and Curse to boost your defenses and your attack, of course. Our second set, we're going to have Leftovers as the primary item. You could switch this out with a Life Orb if you wanted to. This is going to be a Wish Protect build. This is going to let you can throw off the Wish, hit Protect, and you get the heal back, so that way you get protected that second turn. Leftovers will heal you a little bit every turn, and you're basically going to be putting, this is going to be a basic special defense wall. You're just going to, because he has decent special defense, and you're able to cover special defenses fairly well. I was playing around with the stats here, but it should be max special defense. So you have max special defense with HP investment, and just to cover all of your bases. With the, so I was messing with the defense. Defenses. Careful nature, we're going to go with Flame Charge and Flare Blitz on the other two, just so you can get some damage out when you can.
So one of these sets that I came up with is a Assault Vest set. While we were talking earlier, I was like, this Pokemon actually has comparable special defense to an OU threat, which is Conkeldurr, and I just saw Assault Vest Guts, which is comparable in many ways. And I just threw down like 4 attacking moves that it has, like Flare Blitz, Superpower, Quick Attack, and Return. You could probably change out the Quick Attack or the Return for Flame Charge. Probably either, I'd rather take out the Quick Attack, because the Flame Charge actually can get your speed up over time, while the Quick Attack just allows you to priority kill. Flare Blitz and Superpower obviously for high damage, and Return for everything you don't hit hard enough, just for damage output. And the stat distribution we went with is 200 HP, 252 in the attack, and 56 in the special defense. So we had the most HP that we could get, while also investing a bit into the special defense to actually gain a little bit more special defenses off of the Assault Vest, and then obviously Adamant max attack, just to max out the damage output as high as possible.
And then back over to where I was talking. I remembered what I was going to say. What we were going to go with is, it's going to be a set that I would personally, and I have used it once or twice before against this threat, and that would be Mega Sableye. And that's because you can bounce your Will-O-Wisp off of its Magic Bounce, and you can activate your own Flash Fire, increasing the damage of your own fire moves. Now this set does get countered by Flash Fire Pokemon, but your opponent might not see it coming because it's not something that people would normally use. And then the 2 items that you could run is, you could run Life Orb or Citrus Berry. I would prefer the Life Orb, because then you get Flash Fire and Life Orb procs both at the same time, and that gives you extra damage on top of extra damage, and that's always a good thing. And what we're looking at is, we're looking at the Will-O-Wisp, we're looking at Flare Blitz, we're looking at Flame Charge, and we're looking at Wish. Wish is going to give you that sustain that you might need if you do get any sort of damage done to you. You're going to have Flame Charge in order to increase your speed a little bit, and then Flare Blitz to do your damage. And for stats, we're going to be looking at a Nature of Jolly with max speed and max attack. That way you get the most out of your Flame Charge when you use it. You can outspeed quite a bit, and your Flare Blitz is going to be doing pretty much as max it can. You could go with the Adamant Nature, but overall I feel like the Jolly Nature would give you a better gains for the long run. If you're just going for want to max out your attack, then obviously you want to go Adamant. And this has been a fairly decent counter against Mega Sableye, specifically because people don't see it coming, and you're getting, Flareon is tied for number 13 in the highest of Pokemon with the highest attack, and it's only a couple below the ones above it, a couple points below. So when you get the Flash Fire Life Orb procs, you're ranking way up above many other Pokemon in terms of just your raw damage output. So you are countering a lot of the defenses that Sableye would bring. And then for the last set, we're going to be looking at it's another Flash Fire Magic Bounce set, but instead of countering a Mega Sableye, because most of these attacks are normal, you're going to be countering against any other Magic Bounce user. And you're running pretty much the same set, but I ran a Giga Impact and a Double Edge, specifically just to show that there are other attacks. You could use pretty much the exact same set from before, but there are other moves that you can replace in there to sort of fill in the different attacks. Because like I said, you have Double Edge, you have Giga Impact. If you wanted to run Guts, if you wanted to counter something that was going to say like throw Toxic Poison at you or something, then you could run Guts with Facade, and you could get a ton of damage out of that as well. So it just comes down to what you're wanting to counter, and because of the massive attack stat that Flareon has, with both Life Orb and Guts procs, you're going to be doing an insane amount of damage just overall.
Yeah, then we have the special set.
Special.
The set we just came up with because we are just mental retards and Pokemon players. So we have a Flareon that is actually set up with something that I was just like, it was like this mind moment, you know. We were arguing about Sleep Talk, Curse, and so basically the moves are Sleep Talk, Rest, Flare Blitz, and Curse.
Yes.
Curse, obviously you are already good in attacks. You don't need more special defense. And you can always boost your physical defense, which is at 60. It's not really respectable even. It's nothing you can just look away, and right. We just ignored that. And with a curse, actually, with a little bit of boost, it actually starts to climb up tier by tier by tier. And we added an Impish Nature to give it an even more hardy emphasis on the defense part. And we used Guts as the ability and the Citrus Berry as an item, because we felt like for this setup, hardcore setup mon, it's really important to have this one setup going. And then when you are setting up your stats, you will only need this one time heal boost, because after that you will always have your sturdy and continuous rest boost heal. And that's why we went for 100 in the HP. Obviously, we maxed out the attack again to get as most damage out of this physical Pokemon that we can get. And then we also added up the rest, the 156 into the defense to get the most out of the defenses. And for the moves, we had Rest, Sleep Talk, Flare Blitz, and Curse. And what is amazing about this actually is that the Rest, so Flareon sleeping, triggers your Guts boost.
And that's one of the things that we weren't sure about. We weren't sure because I actually had to go look it up, because I had never thought of using Rest to trigger Guts.
But it actually works. So So what is amazing is, even if your status in general, your Flare Blitz is going to kill them, and if you getting rid of your poison, you're almost dead. You get rid of your poison, you just transfer over into sleeping, which is another stat. But you're fully healed, and you could just start to dish out these delicious, nutritious, killicious Flare Blitz moves again that will hit your opponent up until they are dead. And
because you're going to be doing an amazing amount of damage when you have that Guts boost on top of your max attack, because Guts is 1.5 times.
Yeah, and then you will build up your curse, of course, over time. And even if you just get a curse boost off of your sleep talk, that is still amazing, because sleep talk doesn't use up the general PP on your other moves.
Yep. And then I also discussed that with the Citrus Berry, if you didn't want to run Citrus Berry and you felt like rest was enough, you could switch that out with a Life Orb or leftovers, depending on how you wanted to run it. Citrus Berry, we decided, was probably the best item to run with, but it really comes down to your team composition, and that's just with any of these sets. These sets are just like, these are sets that you could work with and maybe modify them to work with your team. Don't always just, oh, that's a nice set, and just throw it on a random team, because it might not work on just any old team. It comes down to how you're going to compose your team and how the rest of your team plays well with it.
And I think a nice sleep talk set can always fit a team if you build it in the correct way.
Correct.
That's what I felt like. You could just throw this up on here, because if you want to try it, yeah, try it. But if you don't want to try it, don't try it. Hey, it's the internet. I mean, everybody can use what they want.
I mean, this would be a really hard-hitting set, especially if you went with a Life Orb. If you could get your Flareon to survive multiple hits. Seeing that it is a super squishy Pokemon, like we discussed with the defense, doesn't have the most respectable defense. The special defense is okay. It's not the best special defense in the world, but it's okay. I mean, 110 isn't bad, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But you are getting defense boosts off of your curse. I mean, like I said, it's not the best defense-wise, but you can make it work.
And you don't even really care about your decreasing speed, because 65 isn't even a good speed tier to begin with. And really,
an awesome speed tier, right?
The only thing you're probably going to get beat by if you get slower and slower is Probopass. And Probopass in doubles is as often used as Ambipom. No, Ambipom's actually a good mon. I meant...
Ambipom's a great Pokemon.
What are
unused
mons in like doubles? Unknown. Nobody uses Unknown. And Probopass is probably around the same level.
Doubles is an interesting playstyle, especially in VGC, especially this upcoming. Anyways, any of these sets you could probably substitute out into a doubles team. It just, like I said, it comes down to team composition and the way you really want to run said Pokemon. I wouldn't run the Rest Sleep Talk set on a doubles team, because I don't feel like that would play well with others. But some of the others, if you worked in, say, just like the solid attacking sets, or like the Will-O-Wisp Life Orb, you could have like a really sturdy Follow Me Mon over on the side, and as long as you're not getting Pokemon that are launching off like team hitting moves, then your Flareon's gonna be fairly safe, and your lack of defenses aren't really gonna matter, and you're going to be hitting really hard as long as you can get a Magic Bounce onto your Flareon, which you could even use your own Pokemon's Magic Bounce if you're running in doubles. So say you had your own Mega Sableye, you could bounce it off of your own Mega Sableye and activate your own Flash Fire off of your own Mons.
Yeah, I think that pretty much cuts it.
I think that pretty much covers everything that Flareon, like his Flareon is basically just a really squishy, really hard-hitting physical attacker. And you can try and make it work with special defense and try and kind of make it work with defense off of its curse. But overall, it's mainly just a really hard-hitting Pokemon. It has, like I said, one of the highest attack damage in the game at base. So thank you guys for watching, and I will leave a link to Duke Styles' channel down below if you want to go check him out. And hope to see you all in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Peace out.